Actress Blake Lively. Actress Blake Lively is taking legal action against the co-star.
Justin Baldoni, the director and co-star of the hit movie It Ends With Us, is being sued by his former publicist for defamation and breach of contract.
Justin Baldoni is speaking out following Blake Lively's allegations of sexual harassment on It Ends With Us. As Friedman tells the New York Times, it is shameful that Miss Lively and her representatives would make such serious and categorically false accusations against Mr. Baldoni, Wayfarer Studios, and its representative.
It Ends With Us star Blake. Lively has thrown the internet a new drama to grasp this Christmas. On December 20th, the renowned actress filed a shocking lawsuit against co-star and film director Justin Baldoni, accusing him of sexual harassment and a smear campaign. Not just Mr. Baldoni himself and his company, she is aiming at his publicists, Wayfarer Studios top executives, and even a contractor. This is surely a shocker for the women's rights advocate Baldoni. Lively's attorneys allege that Baldoni has repeatedly harassed her and inappropriately touched her during intimate scenes. But is this true? Mr. Baldoni's attorney dissents. Baldoni's legal team is led by Brian Friedman, a top Hollywood lawyer who's handled big names like Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson. The next day, Brian Friedman and all of Baldoni's representatives issued a statement in which they clearly refuted Lively's complaint, calling the claims completely false, outrageous, and intentionally salacious, with an intent to publicly hurt and rehash a narrative in the media. The same day, Lively publicly stated, "I hope that my legal action helps pull back the curtain on these sinister retaliatory tactics to harm people who speak up about misconduct and helps protect others who may be targeted." You might be wondering, when did this even start, and how did it develop so fast? It starts with the movie, so let's get on to it. The movie filming began in early May 2023, finally premiering this August 6th in NYC. Tensions were visible on the carpet. Lively and Baldoni never once posed together. She was seen with her superstar Ryan Reynolds and her co-stars Brandon Sklenar and Jenny Slate. Even the Wolverine star Hugh Jackman showed up. And where was Baldoni? He was posing alone or with his wife. If that's strange to you, then what will sound even stranger is that Lively and Hoover never followed Baldoni on Instagram. And yes, they were following other members of the cast. As the press went on, Baldoni attended a lot of his interviews all alone. But hey, the man still had only good things to say about Blake Lively. In his August 8th, 2024 interview with Today, he told Sheinelle Jones, "I don't know if you know how smart and creative she really is. I think she's best known as an actress, and of course, she's a fashion icon. But she is so much more than that. She is a dynamic creative. She had her hands in every part of this production, and everything she touched, she made better."
I don't know if you know how smart and creative she really is. I think she's best known as an actress and of course she's, a fashion, icon, but she is so much more than that. She is a dynamic creative. She had her hands in every part of this production, and everything she touched, she made better.
Now, that's respectful of him, but also very interesting. He went on to gush about her contributions to this film and even complimented her superstar husband's generosity. Baldoni even added that he would definitely work with Hollywood's favorite couple again. Just how bad was it that it went from there to a no Christmas clash? Once released in theaters, It Ends With Us grossed $50 million domestically and $80 million globally that weekend, before toppling $100 million at the domestic box office by August 20th. Around this time, Blake Lively started facing backlash online. So what happened? She was more into promoting her products, her hair care line, Blake Brown, and her drink line, Betty Buzz, than being genuinely passionate about the movie. On top of that, she lightheartedly approached this movie in her interviews and press, talking about her dress attire and so on. Fans were especially alarmed at the height of levity and tone deafness when Lively posted a promo clip saying, "It Ends With Us is in theaters now, so grab your friends, wear your florals, and head out to see it." This backlash contrasted against Baldoni, who was known to have seriously handled the case on the press tour and in the interviews. But what really toppled the backlash was Norwegian journalist Kjersti Flaa's 2016 interview with Lively, which she uploaded on August 10th. All the cards went against Lively's favor as people started clicking on the interview's title, "The Blake Lively Interview That Made Me Want to Quit My Job." What was so bad about it? The video goes like this. Flaa congrats the then pregnant Lively for her little bump. That was very unexpectedly taken badly, as Lively crassly retorts back in mock cheerfulness, "Congrats on your little bump." It wasn't really body shaming, was it?
First of all, congrats on your little bump. Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
Next up, when Fulla asked about Lively's dresses, she had another sharp response to that. She asks, everyone wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes. Should she be that mad, considering she did a lot of her interviews talking about her clothes more than the content? But Law replied in the affirmative that she would. Anyways, if you think that was a little awkward, then you will find that throughout the interview, Lively would reply to Flo while looking at and talking to the co-star she was on set with. The respectful and professional eye contact was just not there. You bet your legs would cramp from resisting to run off from there right then. The YouTube video did blow off. It has been viewed over 5 million times, and the comment section did not look to be on Lively's side. She was passed around as the passive-aggressive mean girl. Flood did emphasize and assure later on that this resurfacing interview has nothing to do with any PR campaign, and that it goes against her principles. While Lively gave no response to the video, she posted an Instagram story that showed a video of her BBC interview. She captioned it, saying, "It Ends With Us is a story of the female experience. All the highest highs and lowest lows, and we are so proud of it." In another story, she gets more serious and more real, stating real facts and statistics on women suffering domestic violence in their lifetimes. It looks like she finally tried to change the narrative on her outlook of the video, but we wonder, was it too late? Co-star Brandon Sklenar took note of the hate swirling online and brought the best of his conscience on an Instagram post on August 20th. He wrote, vilifying the women who put so much of their heart and soul into making this film because they believe so strongly in its message seems counterproductive and detracts from what this film is about. It is, in fact, the opposite of the point. Despite the controversies, It Ends With Us debuted on Netflix for streaming on December 9th, 2024, and kept a pretty high profile there. But then, on December 20th, the sexual harassment complaint was made. The complaint also claims that Baldoni got one step ahead with physical intimacy in one scene. Apparently, he went all out with unprecedented and unrehearsed actions and even kisses. It turns out that the director and the lead producer, Jamie Heath, even sexualized the birth-giving scene by coercing Lively to simulate full nudity. Lively recalled that she had called for an all-hands-on-deck meeting while filming on set. What she said later might make you drop your jaw, because it's on another level of bizarre. Baldoni apparently showed her nude videos and women's images, referred to his pornography addiction, discussed sexual experiences, and mentioned her weight on set, despite being told not to. Borderline unbelievable. He's talked about toxic masculinity and supporting women before. Yeah, there's so much to wrap your head around. However, her claims have not fallen on deaf ears. Colleen Hoover has supported Lively on her Instagram story, thanking her for being exactly the human that she is, and to never change nor wilt. You bet she was referring to the sensitive lawsuit. Cast member Jenny Slate also spoke in support of Lively. Gwyneth Paltrow showed support with Lively's hair care line promo. Michelle Morone and Deadpool and Wolverine director Sean Levy, amongst others, both showed their support through Instagram. While big names like Sony Pictures and SAG-AFTRA also stood up for her, the unlikeliest friend in these times came to be Amber Heard herself, the 37-year-old actor who we all know was permanently canceled by social media after losing her defamation case with Johnny Depp. She took to NBC News sharing, "Social media is the absolute personification of the classic saying, a lie travels halfway around the world before truth can get its boots on." Yeah, not sure if Lively would like having her around. Well, as for Baldoni, WME didn't delay cutting him off after Lively filed the lawsuit. He was dropped the same day. It's safe to mention that WME also hosts Lively, so you see why. But Baldoni also lost his Mark of Honor with Vital Voices when they revoked his Voices of Solidarity award shortly after. On the other hand, the co-host of his podcast, Man Enough, stepped down after 3 good years of co-hosting. But the case remains clouded and complicated, especially when you observe Mr. Baldoni's attorney, Friedman's issued statement. The statement read that Ms. Lively enlisted her own representative, Leslie Sloan, with Vision PR, who also represents Mr. Reynolds, to plant negative and completely fabricated and false stories with media, even prior to any marketing had commenced for the film, which was another reason why Wayfarer Studios made the decision to hire a crisis professional to commence internal scenario planning in the case they needed to address. Stephanie Jones, former publicist of the accused Baldoni, along with her agency JonesWorks, doubled the damage on December 24th, 2024. They sued Baldoni and his publicity team. Now, what is this about? It turns out that the PR group Baldoni formed wanted to harm Jones and steal her clients while running that smear campaign. As NBC News attests, they are accusing the actor's publicist, Jennifer Abel, of breach of contract and defamation at the same time. They say she's violated her contract by stealing documents and clients and setting up a competing firm. They are leaving no crumbs behind because the defendant, named Crisis Communications representative Melissa Nathan, is also getting sued under the same breath. Talk about a colossal takedown, huh? So far, that's all we got. But the celebrity courtroom drama has just begun. With hardly any evidence on the accused yet brought up, the case is only getting thicker. Where do you stand on this? Sound off in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to catch us in the next video with the latest developments.